Hey, dreamers! It is time for it's been a while that I did a video for sculpting. I'm not going to do this too much regularly because I cannot really do like a lot of like single sculpts anymore in Dreams. Well, I can technically still doing it, but well, we have certain limitations for creations to do. So mostly what you're going to see still on my YouTube channel is just like smaller projects that I'm going to craft. But I was like, I'm just going to just throw out a creation that I really want to make again because I made this before and I really want to basically redo it, but as a single asset. And I'm going to maybe fine or refine tune a little bit of what I did in the previous one. Let me explain Phil real quickly. I made this creation before during my Secret Santa 2023 last year. Um, I did that because like I thought it was fun to fit into the creation that I was making for the person. But I thought like, hey, I was pretty happy with the outcome of the creation itself, and I kind of want to like redo it, but then like on from like basically from the ground up, like on an like a blank sheet. I really want to like redo this creation and maybe going to alter a little bit of here and there with that creation. So that's what we're going to do. Now, I was thinking of I'm not going to be like doing the exact same thing that I did before, but I really want to do this creation as a Let's Sculpt video because like in the um, in the Secret Santa event that I did last year, I showed still the process of this sculpting, but I had to do some like yeah, how you say it, like a little bit alterations, a little bit tweak in there because like some stuff didn't really didn't went as how I wanted to be. So I was like, oh, let's do just like another like an old school. Let's create let's make a video. It's been a while, I know that, and I will still doing these videos in the future as long as still Dreams is out there. I will still doing it, but it's not going to be as much of regularly because of the limitations. I can make a new account and only do it like there, but what I'm mostly just going to do is um, basically make smaller projects. So how am I like, for example, if my Let's Sculpt videos, you're not going to see often single sculpts. You're mostly going to see me creating like entire scenes or little projects instead of smaller sculpts. The reason why that is because like of the limitation I was speaking of. Now, this is a little bit different because like I want to make still an asset that people can use, and I don't think there is a good asset yet in Dreams. I haven't really checked, to be honest. But I have never seen someone make this before in Dreams, at least not in the way how I would make it. There's probably is already like stuff out there in the Dreamiverse. 100% that some people already made something like this, but not in the way how I wanna do it. So yeah, so it's a little bit of like I make an asset, and of course, I'm going to release it for people to use it and their own in their own creations, or maybe make a game out of it. Now, I was thinking about to make my own game, like a dartboard game. I maybe still wanna do this, but I'm already great at like logics, so I have no idea how to tackle something like this. But there's another thing that I also really want to make is I still want to make like not like arcade like flipper costs, like flipper machines. Um I think that's a little bit more doable for my own sake of like the logics behind that. So I think that is still on the board of the idea that I want to do as in sculpting wise. I'm not sure we're going to do it as a Let's Sculpt video because like it's probably going to be a lot of like time and effort to put in there. But I can maybe do some videos about it if you're interested in how I'm going to tackle that approach. I really love like flipper machines. I really love those things, and I maybe want to make a game out of it. I've never really made a a game that you can do for replayability. I did make Sharky's Little Ventures, like a mini adventure. I did once, but that was more for a community event that I had that back then. So it wasn't really meant for like for my own, like to make that mini game, but just like for that community event. So um I never really, most of my creations are always like static sceneries or environmental sceneries. There are sometimes explorable creations that I do, like I did last time with Once Upon a Time 2. It's out there in the Dreamiverse, so if you are curious about that creation, you should definitely check it out in Dreamiverse. It's out there, you can explore it. But I never really made like a more of like a gamey game, right? So I never really did that. And I always try to broaden my horizons and get a little bit out of my comfort zone. The most issue that I have is the knowledge of coding. So I cannot really do too much crazy stuff because like I do not really know how to do it or how to tackle it. Like I really want to make a dartboard game. I can make the environments, but like the actual gameplay elements is going to be a lot harder. I can of course like search for people doing collaborations with me, but that's not very ideal for the sake of the time that I always have, because like, I do not really always have the time to do stuff in Dreams. But I try to do my best as much as possible to get into Dreams, but I don't always have the time for that. So collaboration is of course a possibility to do still, to tackle still. But if I looking at like, yeah, I'm probably not going to like, get into the times that I have to do collaboration because like people you need to go back and forth, like speaking, okay, you want to have this, you want to, it's always like a little tricky when you're going for collaborations. And I do not have the time for that, simply as that. So a dartboard game is pretty much out of the question at the moment. I can maybe try to do to see if there isn't like an easy way to make something like this. But for now, it's basically off the table. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to do anything with it. I really want to make a new dartboard, and I want to make it not super realistic, but I'm going to make it as realistic as possible, so people can maybe use that asset if they want to make an own dartboard game, or if they want to use this dartboard for their own creations. I never made something like this um outside of the of the community event. I mean, like I made something like this in a community event, but that was of course with the limitations that I had to work with. Okay, I have to keep in mind not to make this too high quality because of the community event, also using graphics terminals. So I have to be very careful with that. And so that's why I'm going to do this in a new asset as a standalone asset, so you can just like use it yourself. That's basically what it is. So if you really want to use this asset, you're free to go. You can remix it, do whatever you want. You can use it in your own creations or even a game that you want to make. So that's what we're going to do today. I know it's a little bit of a long intro. I'm sorry for that, but I really want to explain this to you guys so that you know what my plans are for the future and also with this creation, because like I really want to make mini games still in Dreams for people to enjoy. So what we have here is just like a blank sheet, right? And always what I do is I think already this. Oh, I already disabled that. I'm silly. Okay. I actually want to have put some music on a little bit in the background, not too high, but just to that's not like completely silence. So basically, what I did in the Secret Santa version is I started with a cylinder, right? And I want to make sure that this is like as high possible quality. The reason why is because like I wanted to start high quality so I can eventually then like lower eventually the quality in overall. So this is already like 10%, right? So that's way too much, obviously. And but the reason why I really want to start as high quality so I can like fine tune eventually later on. And of course, if you smaller this, it will also remove a lot of graphics terminal, but still 5%. So Normally when I make assets in Dreams, it's either just, or I always try to aim at 1% graphics thermo, or maybe 2% graphics thermo, or 3 at max, depends on how many painting it needs to be. But I always try to have my assets 1% and still have the high quality as possible. So I'm probably going to try to do the same with the dartboard, but I also don't want to lose too much quality in this one. The reason why is because like maybe people want to use this for their games. So, and you don't want to have like an ugly looking one, right? Before I'm going to continue, I always like put a puppet into the scene to check out if the dartboard is in the right, and always like have to press one up, because like then we have like an actually like an adult looking puppet, because like the puppet itself in Dreams is very tiny compared to like, I mean, it's the average height is like 1.50 m. So I'm just going to make a ground real quickly. Should have kept the other one still there. Why though? And I'll like make a wall real quickly. This is all placeholding stuff, obviously. But I really want to know like how big the dartboard should be. And I think I have it right. I can of course like always go for the actual size, like but I don't have to look on the internet. But I'm just going mostly out of my head with like, okay, this is pretty much it, right? So if you're standing here, maybe the dartboard should be a little bit bigger though. And then like trying to throw the dart, so I think around here, maybe, I don't know. So is this, I don't know if the size is good. What if we make it 125%? I think that's a little bit better. I think that's better. Yeah, that should be good. That should be good. Okay. Hopefully I did this correct. If not, I have to redo it. How is my... Oh, I did it wrong already. Oh, this is a great start. Okay, so I have to be... This is going to be tricky though. Put it like this. And then make sure it's in the center. Like in cake, basically. There you go. So that was my mistake. Now it's good. So now I can use the kaleidoscope for that. So I'm not going to do it in all-in-one sculpt. Like I said, I want to have it high quality as possible. So what we need to do is we're going to layer everything. So basically, I think it's going to be 3 layers. So the dartboard itself, with the painting, and then we're going to do the iron lines. That's just like one sculpt. And then we're going to do another one where I'm going to put the numbers on it. In the Secret Center version, I didn't really do that because of the sake of the graphics thermo. But now I don't really have to worry about it too much. I have to, of course, still need to worry about it, but and also I'm probably going to make another sculpt where the dartboard can, like a dart cabinet, basically, where the dartboard is hanging in, for people that want to use that. I'm probably going to well, not probably, but I will do that in a separate sculpt as well. Again, the reason for that is so that people can choose if they want to have only the dartboard itself or also just having in the cabinet. If I'm going to use everything in one sculpt, that means we have to lower the quality eventually, things get uglier, and well, you know. Like normally I always try to do everything in one sculpt, but for the sake of different materia, different sculpting assets, I rather want to do it like this. Okay, without further ado, I'm going to clone this for now. And because I can kind of use it as a base. And then we're going to use, we need 20 for the kaleidoscope. So 20 lines, right? So something like this. And I hope I can do it perfectly in the first try, because like the reason when I was like doing the secret center for the first time, when I did this, I was struggling with this so much in the beginning. And I really hope that I can get it right this time. So in the first try, you know. Oh no, 1 sec. Okay, so now we need to make sure that this is high as possible quality. And also we need to make sure I really want to like make sure that like it's that we have it longer than it actually is, so I can always cut things out later on, basically. So, and I think we need to work with a smaller and finer grid. So something like this, and then we can remove the background again, so we only have the spines basically. And then I can like place it against the boards. The thing is with this is that, or like the most tricky part with everything is the space between stuff. So I'm going to use a donut. And we're not going to use kaleidoscope for this. So this is basically going to be our bool. And again, highest possible quality. Then make it smaller. Maybe one. This is already losing a lot. Yeah. Oh, like I said, tricky. This is going to be so tricky. I need smaller grid for this. Trying to get it. Right, okay. Should also be perfectly in the center. And I think the thickness, yeah, we can still tweak it, of course, later on. Looks like that is fine, actually. Yeah. Yeah, that is. And we can also, because we have a little bit wiggle room. Let me do that. Precise. There we go. So that's the first start. And now we need to basically do the same with 4 times basically for the outer rings. Like I said, it's gonna be tricky as heck. Because okay, I'm going to do something very silly. I need the center point. Oh wait, that is not working, of course. what I'm doing. Oh crap! Because like if I'm like making this, oh, I'm losing FPS. I heard it in the music. I will wait a little bit before it goes back again. Sometimes my FPS drops at certain minutes. Okay, it's good again. Sorry about. No, it's not good again. I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. Come on. Come on, recording program. Don't shitting me right now. Okay, now it's good again. I don't know. Sometimes it happens. It's mostly around 15 minutes when I'm 15 minutes recording. But this time it's around 20 minutes, so I don't know. I don't know what's happening there. Still cannot fix it. It's crazy. So we need to figure out the outer ring, basically. And as you can see, the thickness, we need to, oh boy. Probably have to do it manually though. Yeah. Let's do this manually. Have to be very careful this time though. And then, like I don't want to move it away or anything like that. Let me make this. Oh. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. I'm already off the grid for some reason. Like how? How did that happen? Oh. I don't know how that happened. It's because like, oh, I think I know maybe. Because like if I do this, no, it shouldn't. I don't know what happened there. I have no idea. I think I maybe accidentally moved it away. That's good. Might maybe be a little bit bigger though. Like so. Okay, so that's the first ring. We probably need to be a little bit further away though, because like the bullseye is way too big still. Yeah. I'm going to fine tune it later on because like otherwise it's impossible. I think that the I kind of nailed it with when I first did this creation for Secret Santa. I think I did it almost perfectly. I think that this is half on half. Yeah. The bullseye is still too big though. We need to make the bullseye a little bit smaller. I thought you could, you cannot grab it because like it's inside the sculpt. Okay, what if? Yeah, this is so tricky. And maybe try smaller, finer grids. Like this. I think that's better. Then we only need to move these again. We'll have to do it manually. Like so. I think that's better, I would say. Of course, this one is still too big, but we definitely get there. We're definitely getting there. The first part is always the hardest part. To get it right. Like so. Like once we have the actual board, then things goes a lot faster. But designing the first bits is always tricky. So this seems right. It also seems right about all these things. So I think the ring is now good. Now we need another ring for the bullseye itself. And do that in grids. Probably need a very fine thing for this. Yeah, I have to I have to manually do this. Because I'm afraid that I can't get it in the center. No. No, I can't. What's happening? What? Has to do it, of course. Yeah, and now I have to use my eye to see if I'm in the center. It looks like I'm in the center. So that should be the bullseye itself. And the border is about right, I would say. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. We're not done yet. We're absolutely not done. Because like we need another outside one. Three more actually. So we need one over here. And then yeah. So clone this. And we already know that this is so tricky. I don't think I can do this manually. Nope. With grid, I mean. So we have to. Yeah, this is a pain in the butt to get it. Right. I think I have it. We might maybe need to so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to that's also what I did with Secret Santa. I'm going to place blocks eventually from the same size, and I'm going to compare them if everything is exactly in its own border, so that it looks like yeah, everything is in red, obviously. Don't think we can make this higher though. No. How much graphics are we using at the moment? 8%, yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. Of course I can lower it eventually, but I want to start higher because like for the sake of like quality. Okay, so now we need another 2 more. Then we should be good to go. Don't think I have the right sculpt. Come on. Now I have. So this is the outer sides. Like the board itself. Oh, that's way too big. The board itself is probably going to readjust but it's just for the base that I have, that I'm working with. Because I also need to make sure that these are the same size. That's what I have to worry about as well. So I think if I use my eyes, I think we're pretty close already. I think we're pretty close. Only the board around it is not good, but that doesn't really matter because I can, it's a different sculpt, right? So it's basically different sculpt. Okay, so only I need to do is do this one manually. Making sure that it's... have to be careful not to lose too much quality, but that should be it. Yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine. And one more time. Clone this. Make it bigger. But we like I said, we have to do it. Probably have to do it manually. Yep, we have to do it manually. So this is tricky. This is really tricky though. Let me make this bigger so I can see better. Wait 1 sec. Let me do that with so I can see a little bit better what I'm doing here. Yeah, this is like, I don't know, like it's so tricky. But once we have it, we should be good. Okay. It's probably not great. Because this seems that this is way too big though. Yes, this could be it. Okay, so what I'm going to do, like I said, because it's probably not this perfect yet. I think I'm a little bit off, but as it seems, it's really hard to tell. Let me see. Can fix that. Yeah, this is... oh. Is it me? Okay, this should be... yes. Okay. This is so much better to see where I get wrong. Right, now we can see that this side is way bigger than over here. So that means we need to do this one manually again. And make sure it's that it's everywhere the same. It is everywhere the same right now. But I think that's... okay, before I'm going to continue like this, because like I need to do something else. So what I'm going to do to make sure that we are exactly with everything correct, I am going to use, for temporary reasons, place a cube. And for the sake of that you know that this is temporary, I will make it blue. Probably have to do this manually though. Or we can maybe try to make it super fine grip. But okay, and now we need to make sure that we know like that everything needs to be in the same size. Like I said, this is super tricky. But I don't really mind the bull too much. Because like I think that the bull, yeah, it should actually this should be it then. That actually means that the bull needs to be a little bit smaller. And I'm going to place this over here. And then we know, now that I'm doing this, then I know like, okay, these outer rings are way too big compared to this ring here. And if we clone it again, I'll probably have to do it manually placed. And then we know that the outer ring is actually pretty good. It's the outer ring is pretty good. Although what is the best way to tackle this? Because like let me think. Like we need to have a start point, and I'm like, okay, here, this is where I have to go. Yeah, I have to do it manually. So basically, against the edges of those two rings is my setup, basically. So technically, that also means that we have to lower the bool still. So now that I know that information. I only need to place this against the edge. So I know, okay, this one needs to be still smaller. We're doing that with this one as well. And then I know, like, okay, this needs to be a little bit thicker still. So that's how I did it with the Secret Santa. I did not do this on recording, but like the reason why I wanted to do this in a sculpting video, so I'll show you still the process, what I did during the Secret Santa event. But the reason why I didn't show it, because like I had no time to record everything, because there was like a deadline happening. So I had to make sure to work as much as efficiently as possible with everything. So now this is going to be tricky as well, because we need to make that smaller, but the ring needs to be bigger again. Like so, sort of. Am I correct? Oh. Am I correct with this? I don't know. To be honest, can make it a little bit smaller. I think this is better. That's better. We only need to make the ring bigger again, basically. Okay, so that's it. Now we need this ring. And I'm going to reuse this one. Oh, and for the sake of double control. Okay, that's still good. Might maybe a little bit more like this. But this is already pretty good. We can do an additional control here. Yeah, it seems fine. That seems... Oh. This is against the edge. This one is against the edge. So, yeah, this looks like we are in center. And we clone this again. Putting it against the edge. And I do it again. Topwise. Put it against the edge. And I do it again. Here. Putting it against the edge. I know this maybe looks very silly what I'm doing. But it is for me like a good point to see. Like I do not really know how else I would like can tackle this, to be honest, in a better way. So for me this is this is pretty much the solution to get it right. Okay. So now we have basically those blue spots. So now I know exactly if I have the rings, the outer rings, or if I have the rings basically. And if it's like it's fit exactly everywhere around at the same spot, then I at least know that I'm in the right spot with those rings. So we're going to go back into these things here. And I am doing, which are we going to do actually? Are we going to do the inner circle or the outer? I think the outer, right? Yeah, let's do that. So that this should be the... Okay, yeah. Yeah, we're just going to make this smaller. The outer ring of the first bigger ring. Okay, this is going to be so... Oh, this is going to be so hard. Like, oh, man. It's so easy to mess this up. I think I have it. Let me... Okay, there it's good. Good. I think I have it. Like, it doesn't have to be so 100% perfect, though. But... it's probably like an inch that is like it's off. But to be completely honest, I am already most satisfied with this one here. So that's good. And now we're going to do the outer ring. The far outer ring, right? Because that one needs to be like, yeah, just a little bit bigger. Not too much. Not too much. Not too crazy. Hope we can tackle it. because that's important. Okay, we are a little bit off there. This was already pretty much too much. uh, Oh, come on. I hate this part so much. Oh, well. I think we have it. It's not super perfect though, but it looks like... Oh. Come on, I need that one. Huh? Not bad. I think we yeah, I'm okay with this. I'm totally fine with this. So now we can just remove all these blue things. Because that was our... yeah. Like so. That one removed as well. So now we have basically like the dartboard ring itself, like the iron stuff. The only thing that we need to like redo actually is of course the board behind it. So I'm just going to redo it. So we're going to grab a cylinder again. And just make it so just double checking real quick. It's a little bit off in the it's almost unnoticeable though. You can see that here it's a little bit off, but to be honest, I'm not hating it. Let's say that. Definitely not hating it. Let's do that again. Yeah, like it's really hard to get it exactly precise, but I think for what we want to achieve, that should be it. That should be it. Right? I'll need to make the back smaller. Make it smaller. Come on. 9% graphics thermo. It is what it is. I only need to... Oh, yeah. Because the painting is now on this side. Okay, wait one sec. I need to do it again what I did before. Like so. Otherwise I cannot paint the board itself. There we go. That's it. I hope I'm in the... Yeah, it looks like that. Yeah, it looks fine to me. I only don't know if this is enough space to put the numbers on still, but I mean, like, it looks like it's good. Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. The question, however, is the size, like, is the size good where you have to throw the darts in, right? Like the outer parts. Now, I do know that the iron stuff are very small. So what I can try doing, oh, I have to do it manually though, is, come on, am I having not the, I should have, right? Oh, because that one is not, I see. I see. Make this a little smaller. This one goes a little bit more inwards. Yeah, I think that maybe we have to redo the spines a little bit. If I have to be honest. Because like these lines were way too big for my taste. So sad that we're losing so much quality. I cannot make it higher. I can't leave it like this. But oh man, I need to think. I can try and make this smaller, but I have, yeah. Let me see what's going to happen if I do that, because we still have a little bit wiggle room with that. Yeah. If we now push this inwards, I think that's better. Like it's almost like not visible, right? That's what we have to look at right now. Yeah, this is fine. And yeah, we still do need, I think I'm just going to move them inwards. So they are high, like basically going inside that, underneath. Yeah. Doing the same with these things here. Goes under. Like so. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Basically doing the same with the bull. As well. And there you have it. Our own little dartboard. We're not done. We still need to paint, do all the additional features to it. But I think that we pretty much nailed it so far. And that's, yeah, it looks good. I think we also are pretty good with the outering stuff. As it looks, as it seems, this seems like for me, the right one, like this. Yeah. All right. So we're almost an hour into this video, so I'm going to leave it here. In the next video, we're going, of course, to continue with the dartboard. Let me know if you're enjoying this so far. You know, give it a thumb up if you like it, and if you don't like it, then I'm so sorry that you didn't like it. But if you did like it, you know what to do, and because it will help my videos as much. Like, you know how YouTube works. Like, I need to support it all I can that, because I love Dreams, right? Like, Dreams is really my still my go-to. It's so fun to create in Dreams, and so if you want to see more of these type of videos, just give a thumb up, and even subscribe if you're even want to see more, so you're never missing out any videos about Dreams. In the next video, we're going to continue with the painting part. We're going to add the numbers to it. Then we're going to add also the arrows itself, the darts, basically the darts itself. We're going to add that. I might maybe still tweaking the inner ring and the outer ring maybe a little bit. I don't know. If I look at it again, it looks so tiny, right? But it could also be maybe like because of the shadow happening. What if I do Studio Light 4 real quick? Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's more because of the shadow. It should be good. It could also be that we need to make it a little bit thicker, like the ring, like the outer ring, a little bit thicker. I can go for that. Yeah, well, we do it in the next video, because like I want to leave it for now for here. We did already so much already in this video. So let me know what you think so far. And as always, don't forget to dream, everybody, and I will see you hopefully in the next video. Bye bye.